And so what I'm seeing here on the weekly chart, before we get to the bar second to the right, which is the one which incorporates our long entry, is we had one of the patterns that we talk about based on trendline analysis within the course, specifically a bullish trend channel. And you can see by way of the green arrows, we're capturing a lot of rejection wick lows in the downside. Maybe not a lot, 3 of them, but still relevant just by virtue of how precise those diagonals are in catching support resistance. It's the same story up top. If you look at the red arrows, Peter, you're seeing all these candle highs that are hitting up exactly on the perfectly diagonal resistance trend line, even though it's an upsloping resistance trend line rather than a downsloping resistance trend line, which most people are used to. We're capturing a lot of hits of resistance just the same way as we're capturing a lot of hits of support. And so if you put those green arrows and red arrows together, that's a progression of higher highs and lows, and that's an uptrend, right? So we see that that trend channel remains intact right through to the far right-hand side, which means that even though you'll have some red bars and some pullbacks from those highs as price hits the upper diagonals here, those pullbacks do eventually lead to stronger continuation moves, and since this is a bullish trend channel, those would be rallies or up moves, not down moves. And so that's really the technical situation here I'm seeing on this weekly chart, second bar to the right. As price clears a resistance trend line in the background, per the red circled portion here, sort of makes an initial rally, pulls back over a couple days, and let's bear in mind realistically it'll take several days before we even notice a structure like this. Nevertheless, it becomes apparent after that break upwards through this resistance trend line that we're moving into a new direction. And so this bullish trend channel on the weekly chart really, in my mind, reflects exactly the type of movement that we would expect to see based on that big uptrend continuation setup that we just looked at on the monthly chart. Peter, are you seeing anything else on this time frame, or is there anything that you would use this particularly for as you drill down to the other time frames?
Yeah, this is great, Frank. I like your analysis, and my takeaway, again, I like to look at my charts from a high level because what I'm doing is working my way down to the daily and hourly charts. Those are the 2 charts that I use for my trading purposes. So what I'm looking at here on the weekly chart is the fact that we have an established uptrend. It's a clear uptrend that was facilitated by that break of the resistance or supply or distribution trend line. So my takeaway here is I want to see what the daily chart looks like, and then I drill down to the hourly chart. We're going to get to that momentarily. Just remember that we've got on the weekly here, we earn a nice uptrend. That's the takeaway. That's just, if you're taking notes as you're watching this presentation, just remember we have a nice uptrend on the weekly chart.
And that's really providing a good context for what we're going to see here on the daily chart, isn't it? Because here again,